What's happening, guys? It's your boy P with another episode of our Peace podcast. Guys, the reason why I'm smiling is because, this Gator McKenzie topic has been intense. Guys, I'm used to having Nigerians, Zimbabweans hate me. But to have locals, especially coloreds, a community that I grew up in, a community that loves me in Gauteng, Best Valley. I'm not coping, guys. I'm not coping. I know I can't have everybody agree with my opinion, but what I want to say is this before I get to the show of today. Imagine colored people are generalized or marginalized, or there's this stereotype that they are violent, they like crime, they have no stability, like the podcast said, they sleep with their families and their cousins, that they do this, they do that. This story. Imagine that's the image that most people have about colored. Most people in South Africa have about coloreds, which is not true. Because we can all admit, and one thing I know for a fact, I've spoken to many other black people, other races, that colored people are direct. If they say they're going to stab you, you're going to get stabbed. If they say they love you, they love you. If they say stop, please stop. The problem is, just like in society today, when somebody says no, you still persist. Colored people are not about that business. But one thing that I need us to agree on, that we cannot, under any circumstance, say ni hao, konnichi, is that there's absolutely no way a gangster, a criminal, a fraudster, a rapist, an unaliver, allegedly and possibly a trafficker, could ever lead or be part of the government of South Africa. A lot of you will say, you are wrong about Gayton. You misunderstood Gayton. Thank you. Maybe you are right, maybe you are wrong. But the one thing we can all agree on, prison is not a rehabilitation. You see, I need to stop recording at 1 a.m. in the morning. Prison is not a rehabilitation center. These people ain't coming out of prison healed. The fact that there are people out there that believe that a criminal, a rapist, who confessed it himself without anybody asking him, is the person to save us, or rather yet save the colored community. But anyways, guys, listen. Today's show is completely different. We warned Ghana. We warned them. We told them, hey, Bafut, born. Nigerians, they're not good people. But did they listen to us? No, they did not. So, apparently, Ghanaians are seeing flames because Nigerians have decided. Remember, I made this story where basically the Ghana government said, hands off Nigerians. They're not going to stand, they stand against xenophobia, blah, 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 blah. So this is how Nigerians decided to respond. Guys, remember I'm talking about ancestors being pissed off because the government, for some reason, are not doing what they need to do to protect their citizens. Well, same shit, same smell, just happened in Ghana.
My Nigerian brothers and Ghanaians, come and listen. Two Nigerians have been arrested in Ashama Circuit Court, jailed for 18 months for trafficking their own Nigerian brothers from Nigeria, bringing them to Ghana, confining them in a room, giving them a bunch of computers to do romance scam. They call it Yahoo Yahoo in Nigeria. And if these young men don't bring money, they beat them up, they starve them, and they confine them, almost like imprison them in the room. So one of them escaped and reported the matter to the police, and the police took them, after investigation, took the matter to court after charging these two young men. And now the judge has sentenced them to 18 months in jail. And the prosecutor prosecuting the case was very emphatic that the judge should give them even harsher sentences, because these things give Ghana a bad reputation, for that matter, the entire Africa. Now, remember the last time I did a case about the Nigerians who were arrested by FBI in Ghana for kidnapping an American and using her ATM card, her bank card, to withdraw money from her Bank of America account. There were Nigerians who were in the comment section said, "Oh, it's not true." It's true. This was a court case, and this again is another court case. This one happened in Ashama. So the prosecutors were saying that they trafficked their own Nigerian brothers. Previously, they were using Ghanaians, but now they are trafficking their own Nigerian brothers from Nigeria to Ghana. Force them to do yahoo yahoo, and if they fail to bring money, this is what they do to them. So according to the prosecutor, they wanted the judge to give them a very harsh sentence. That's why they were saying that the judge should use the sentence to send a message to other people that Ghana will not tolerate, whether you are Ghanaian or you are Nigerian or you are whoever, they will not tolerate this. You remember recently there's a case of this Nigerian young entrepreneur who does fish business, who was kidnapped and unalived. He was just, one, these gentlemen would have done the same thing to these boys. And thank God one of them managed to escape and went to report the case. The prosecutor who was prosecuting the case said the young men were beaten, they were starved, and they were confined in the room for failing to generate funds. And so one of them, Utungwa, he escaped and reported the case to the police, and the police went, stormed the place where he showed the police and arrested them and then prosecuted them. They pleaded guilty. They themselves pleaded guilty to doing yahoo yahoo and trafficking their brothers from Nigeria to Ghana to do yahoo yahoo, beating them and starving them. So now they are all going to jail for 18 months. The charges that they gave them was unauthorized crossing of the border and dealing in yahoo yahoo, which is a cyber crime in Ghana.
Yo, and then on top of all, guys, listen. You know, if there's one thing left that I'll never get tired of, is comments like this. When I do content on Nigerians, I get this comments. When I do content on Zimbabweans, I do get this comment. Now that I'm doing getting McKenzie content, I'm getting McKenzie hate. Guys, listen. I'm literally a 37-year-old Angolan man who lives in South Africa, who for some reason believes in the message that he's giving you guys, who honestly believes that Africa Unite is possible under the circumstances, the specific circumstances, that illegal immigration no longer exists. Now, I don't mean legalize illegal immigrations, no. I mean you guys to go back to your motherfucking countries. Now, before you come here, remind me I'm a foreigner. Myself, I am fully aware. Part 2 of those conditions are, if you're going to be in somebody's country, be legal. Do right by the citizens of that country. Do not be louder than them. Do not disturb their peace. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in South Africa, Masendago, do as the South Africans do. But it's very hard for you guys to do that. You know why? Because you are gallivanting all over the world. Doing what?
Passengers that are traveling from Onitsha to Abuja have all been kidnapped. Out of 16 passengers. And the driver is telling us story. Make una watch.
To interview the driver. Driver, sorry, I beg. Sorry, we want to know where you load from. The park you load from.
I loaded from Onitsha.
Okay.
Going to Abuja.
Okay.
So now,
I'm not even gonna play that whole video. So this guy, just like the Quantums in South Africa, takes 16 passengers. He collected 60 passengers and then sold every single one. Basically drove to a place. So my question is, what level of stupidity or naiveness do Nigerians have that you are being driven in a direction in which is all 16 of yours, and they were not children, they were grown up. All 16 of you were driven to a place and got sold. So for those of you who do not know the reason why I'm bringing up this video, currently South Africa is about to get a new title. Kidnapping nation. South Africa currently is ranking as the highest kidnapping hotspot in the world. How is that possible when Boko Haram kidnapped over 200 kids and some of them are still kidnapped until this day? If you didn't watch this video, go watch it. It explains. Guys, I don't know for how long I need to talk about culture contamination. Right now, South Africa is being confused, is being made to fight against each other, because I think what Operation Dudule March for March is doing is causing a lot of havoc. So they just needed a little bit of a distraction. They needed to shift you guys to the other side. Guys, let's get back to focus. Colors are Africans. Whether they identify as black or not, nobody gives a shit. Colors are Africans. Whether they go to Angola, to Congo, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Malawi, you name the nation in Africa, whether we recognize them or we cannot tell, they are Africans. Whether they come from the Khoisan or they come from a white and a black woman, or a white and, or a colored and an Indian, or whatever, colors are Africans. Period. But I'm sorry. Like when I said that period, no homo. When I said the period, I felt like I needed to do a little.
Let's watch this video.
Why do you think Nigeria is always associated with fraud?
I think it's an unfortunate sequence of accidents that makes it such that Nigeria is viewed as a jurisdiction that is specially linked to fraud. So if you look at the actual...
An unfortunate sequence of accidents. Guys, listen. I've been accused of a lot of things. Hating Nigerians, hating Zimbabweans. Today now being accused of hating Getty McKenzie and hating coloreds, even though I've got 2 mixed race babies and my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend is a gorgeous, gorgeous colored woman. But the one thing, at least I know, you cannot accuse me of is false information, because I always bring evidence, and I've been saying it for many years, many episodes, that Nigerians will do anything for money, from kidnapping to money laundering to powder selling to unaliving to body parts selling to rituals and everything. I have proven it on this channel, but for some reason it's like the message is not loud enough. So, if this does not prove you they will do anything for money, guys, then you're on your own. Then you are on your own. For copyright reasons, I'm gonna mute the sound. Guys, the guy cannot even touch the mulungu. Like, can anyone explain what's happening here? Guys, listen. I want to thank everybody. The channel is growing. Congratulations to us we've reached now 8,000. We are above 8,000 subscribers. But guys, it doesn't matter whether we get to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 subscribers. If the message is not being received the way it needs to be received. South Africa, I need to remind you one more time. My name is Patrick Luindula. Born 7 December 1987. 37 years old. Father of 4. Living in South Africa since 1997. Legal, permanent residence of South Africa. My message to you is, I left my country just like many other foreigners. Well, my parents made a decision to take me out of my country and send me to South Africa because my country was not in the conditions of raising a child, of giving me a future. They saw that South Africa was fit and better place for me to come, to be educated and to be a better person. They did not consider my culture. They did not consider my language. All they considered was my safety. And they found comfort in sending me to South Africa for that safety. That safety no longer exists because of my people. When I say my people, I mean foreigners. Unfortunately, your love and your patience and your kindness for us has led some of us to mistreat you and abuse you, which has led to the world to now see you as xenophobes, as the country with the highest crime rate. Guess what? You are also the HIV Republic. It doesn't just end there. You are also called 30%ers, meaning you are uneducated. They go further to say that you do not travel and. But is you know the one thing that they keep doing? They keep coming to your country to find greener pastures. South Africa is the land of the promise. South Africans, fight for your country. Don't get distracted by stupidity and foolishness. Whether it's Gaten McKenzie or anybody else, Julius Malema, what. These people benefit from these foreign countries. These people are politicians. They are extremely intelligent. Even when they are stupid, they are very smart. They know what they are doing. There is no way we just woke up, open chat, made a statement, and then all of a sudden, colors and blacks fighting and everything else beneath it has gone silent. One thing Uncle P will do is keep you guys awake, keep you guys focused, no matter what. I'm your boy Uncle P. I shall see you guys in the next one. Cheers.